Everybody, Adonis Lindsay here. We're behind the scenes once again at the CTN Nashville studios. We always love bringing behind the scenes to our viewers out there to introduce you to some amazing people. And we're excited today to have in our studios with us one of our amazing programmers, Angel Faulk. She's here with us today, and she's got a program called the Fitness Angel TV that is making waves and making a difference in people's lives. So Angel, thank you for being on the show with us today, behind the scenes. Always good to see you.
So good to see you.
Angel, I think you're our biggest cheerleader here at CTN. I love seeing your socials. Every time you come here, we just know it's going to flood the socials.
Gonna blow it up. Yes.
Blow it up. So before we talk about her program, and I definitely want you to spend some time talking about that and what you're doing with the Fitness Angel TV. But I want to back it up. And Angel, a lot of the reasons why we do these behind the scenes is to connect our viewers with our programmer's story. Right. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that don't know your story. They've seen bits and pieces, they've maybe seen some of your socials, but this is an opportunity to let us know and let our viewers know, where did that passion come from? And take us on that journey that you had some stuff hit you and you had to walk through a health journey. So that's what we want to talk about today.
Yes, I love that. And I like to think I'm like Rocky. You know how Rocky just got beat up and beat up and beat up, but he always got back up. He always got back up.
Yes, yes.
And I just saw a funny video yesterday. Mike Tyson, this guy was after him, and I was like, that's just like the devil. And he was just,
yeah.
He dodged every bullet. And then when he'd had enough, he went,
boom,
not the guy. And I was like, that's what God does. Enough's enough. So God is always fighting for us.
Yes.
And, I've been into fitness. I've been teaching fitness for 30 years.
Wow.
Started when I had a baby.
Okay.
And I wanted to go to the gym, and my husband was like, well, it's not in the budget now, because I was a school teacher. And then when I became a stay-at-home mom, things changed.
Yes, yes.
And I thought, well, I'll just get a job at the gym. So I started working behind the counter, folding towels and welcoming people in.
Wow.
And I loved it, but I was always in the classes. I loved group fitness. I was always the front row diva on the step, in the spin class.
Well, that worked out well. You got a job there at the gym. And
then I could take classes and work out, put the baby in the nursery. It was a wonderful setup. And then the aerobics manager said, Angel, you should be teaching classes.
Oh, wow. So
you don't need to be back here.
They saw something in you.
Yes.
Wow.
And so, because it was natural for me, because if you love music or choreography,
and your body just started moving.
Yes. And I want to give my mom credit and I talked about that in my first chapter. She took me to the gym, and it was actually called The Gym in like early 80s. Okay. Early 80s, when a lot of women didn't work out. And it was kind of a new thing to see women bodybuilders, and she was in the best shape of her life.
Oh, wow.
And not only her body, but her mind. And when you're strong in your body, I've realized it correlates in your mind. You have an inner strength to know I can do hard things. And with Jesus, he tells us you can do all things through Christ.
Yes.
So mind, body, spirit all goes together. So teaching fitness classes, love it, absolutely love it. One of those shots from the devil came. 2006, I started noticing hearing loss.
Okay.
And I went to the doctor. My kids had an ENT, So I go to him, and he did a hearing test and said, you've lost some hearing. Let's just keep an eye on it. It wasn't terrible at that point.
Okay.
But I always tell people, if something's wrong, keep digging. Because I kind of let it go. A busy mom, you've got little kids. You don't really want to go sit in a doctor's office all day. Who has time for that, right? So I really let it go, and it was 3 years later.
Oh, wow.
That I was asleep, and I heard a crunching sound in my ear. It was like wadded paper. That sound of crunching paper?
Yes.
And then nothing. I was completely deaf, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so a series of appointments led me to finally get an MRI.
Okay.
And it was pretty traumatic, the whole story and all that, but the MRI showed that the left side of my brain was perfectly normal shaped. the right side was mashed almost completely closed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They said I was lucky to be alive.
Wow.
Because a lot of people actually die in their sleep because it just shuts off
It shuts down.
that, liquid that goes into your
Yes.
brainstem, keeps you alive. Yes.
Now, were you feeling any other than you heard that paper crunch?
Yeah.
Previous to that, were you feeling any symptoms like you were off, dizzy, or
Yeah,
anything?
the doctors were really amazed
Okay.
because I still had my balance, and they said it's because you teach fitness classes. My body had learned to compensate. You know when you do
Wow.
lunges, your toes should go front? I was doing this to keep my balance and not even really realizing
okay.
it. But when
Yes.
after the fact, you realize these
Realize
things.
you were-
so,
yeah.
so all those things, and I was showing them in the doctor's office all the things I could do, and they were like, "Wow,"
Yeah.
So it was quite an adventure, but I believe God is my healer,
Yeah.
and I just clung to His word and clung to His promises. I had a 14-hour brain surgery, 2 neurosurgeons, right here at Vanderbilt. Thank
Okay,
God we were in a
okay.
good hospital.
Yes.
And they said you may not be back to life as normal for a year and a half.
Okay. How did you feel, Angel, when you heard that? Because you're in the gym, working out, probably living your best life.
Yeah.
And when you hear somebody say, hey, after this surgery, you may not get back to normal till about a year and a half later.
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
I'm Rocky.
There you go. There you go. Come on.
I didn't feel combative or
Yeah.
any of that. I was just like, we're going after it,
Okay. Okay.
And plus I was homeschooling.
Okay.
And the main thing to me was I'm a mom
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be there for my
That
kids.
kept you motivated. So you never hit that moment where, okay, I'm a victim of this.
I never asked that, and I've been
Yeah.
through a lot of hard things in
Yeah.
life. This is not the toughest thing I've been through,
Yeah,
but
yes.
I always thought, why not me? I mean, life is hard. Look how blessed we are. We have Christian
Yes.
TV. We have restaurants on every corner. We are
Yeah.
so blessed.
Yes.
We have a life of abundance compared to many parts of the world. And there's some people, I was even talking with my husband who wears glasses and could not see without them. And like one of the pieces came apart and he was fixing it. And I was like, think about all the people who don't have glasses.
Don't have that. Yep.
Think about other countries where there are so many people, they could just have glasses. So I really didn't fall into that. Not that there's anything wrong, because everybody has their own journey and way of dealing with things.
Absolutely.
But I was teaching Zumba,
Okay.
which is a lot of choreography and
Yeah.
a lot of dancing and twirling and whirling and all that. And the doctor told me before surgery, he said, we really need to get this done within 3 months. He said, 3 months is really dangerous. So I want you,
pushing it.
yeah,
You-
but he
even
told me,
that,
get
yeah.
your life in order, get the kids taken care of, get your, all the stuff, because it may be a year and a half before you're
Yeah.
back to normal.
Yeah.
My husband even bought a chair to put in the shower, and I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
I never
you're
use
like,
that thing. But,
How dare you?
but we had to prepare, we had to prepare.
That's
and,
real life.
and God had been preparing me with my Bible study. You got to be full and faith muscles going. Get your faith muscles popping.
Showing those guns off. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. You got to get your faith muscles built before you go to war.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared and ready. And I'm so glad I was always surrounded with godly women in prayer. And
Made
I
a
was in a
difference.
Bible study. Yes, I was in a
Yeah,
Bible
made a
study
difference.
on Hebrews. And I told my Bible study leader, and she had everybody gather and pray. And then we had praise and worship. And I go to the altar and I'm praying. And Tina Kyle was singing. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good friend of mine, Tina
I love
Kyle.
her. Yeah, shout out
Yes.
Tina. Love her. But she was singing a song called Healer
Okay.
by Carrie Job.
Wow.
And that had become my anthem for the few days before. When I heard this, somebody had slipped that CD in my mailbox. If you are that person, let me know. I don't know who did it.
Oh, wow.
But they slipped that, and I was just listening to that. Became my song. So I tell people, cling to God, cling to prayer, His words, get the songs that you are ministered to by. Because really, faith comes by hearing.
By hearing.
And you got to be careful what you're hearing.
you hear,
And,
absolutely.
yeah, so God prepared me that way. And I was at the altar praying. and he spoke to my heart 2 things. He said, your faith has made you whole.
Wow.
And then the second thing was, you will be pleasantly surprised. And I did not really know what that meant at that time, because I knew sometimes our ultimate healing is in the arms of Jesus.
Yes.
We're always healed, either here after you go through a fire or straight into his arms.
Exactly.
So I believe in praying for healing. Pray for healing always and trust the Lord's best way. But so God prepared me that way. And in my last Zumba class before surgery, one of the girls said, can I video this? And I was like, sure. And it's funny because that's the beginning of the videos, right? The beginning.
Yeah.
And she brought her tripod and her little camera. I think this is before we have iPhones, right? And she videoed. And after my 14-hour surgery, I had to relearn to walk, relearn to talk, relearn to swallow, everything. So when I went to physical therapy, my husband took me, of course. He had to do all my driving. I couldn't do any of that.
Yeah.
And I took that disc and gave it to my physical therapist, and I said, this is what I have to be doing. And because it's not just a job, it's not just, you know, to make money or whatever. It's my life, it's my mental health. It keeps me going. It keeps me thriving and living life.
And ultimately, that's your vision, mission, and ministry.
It has become a ministry.
It's like you had a goal in mind. This is what I need to get back to.
Yeah, and she loved it.
Yes.
She loved. She's like, "Oh, girl, yes." And so I was back in the gym in 6 weeks.
Get out of here.
I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
Now, when I say I'm back in the gym,
was it barely walking back into the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, but you got back in there.
I got in there, and proximity matters.
Yes.
Where you are, who you're around, all those things
get close
matter.
to it. Yeah.
You got to get close to it. You might feel like where you want to be is so far, but just get closer. Just get closer. So my husband drove me.
Okay.
I had a patch on my eye. I had facial paralysis. I still have it. It's much better than it was, but my eye was popped open like a robot.
Okay.
And the dryness, it was so painful.
Wow.
But
yeah.
he drove me and propped me against the wall and gave me dumbbells.
Wow.
So I literally couldn't even stand up on my own with,
But you were there.
had no balance. But I was there.
I love
and in
that.
8 weeks, I was teaching.
Wow.
So that's pretty incredible. So
yes.
once you get close, you're faster.
Yeah.
It expedites
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I remember hearing you one time say, I think you were in here filming and doing something, but I think you were here in the studio, and somebody asked you, I think that was at NRB, and they asked you, how did you get, through that recovery so quick? And you said, because I was strong.
Yeah.
And I love that. She said, because I was strong. And that's one of those things, taking you back to be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. And, and it's like, that's the first thing that came out of your mouth. It's like, without hesitation, because I was strong.
Yeah.
And so it's for those people that are watching today, if you're watching, and it's like there's a strength that only God can give when we're going through some of those most difficult moments and seasons in our life. And I love the fact that you had that vision and you gave that to your therapist, your PT person, and said, this is where I need to get back to.
Yep.
And I love that. Then you got back in there with 6 weeks proximity, being propped up against the wall.
Right.
So that is just so encouraging, Angel, and I know this is going to help somebody, this little behind-the-scenes interview, because that's a part of your story that you've had to walk through, and I think out of that you got back. I think about all the women that I hear on your Facebook page and the testimonies. None of that would even be here if you hadn't have said, hey, this is where I need to get back to.
Right. And I am Rocky, like I said. A
We need some
year
Rocky
later,
theme music. We need
right? A year later, I went for my checkup, and it had grown again. So then I had radiation, got really sick. I've lost my hair 3 times. So first it was shaved, second time it fell out. Then I had another surgery for my face to help with the paralysis.
Okay.
So after the radiation, I started getting more into nutrition. And that's when I became a health coach. I worked a corporate job. I didn't like that. I didn't do that very long.
Yeah.
But now I coach women on their health and their wellness and losing weight and getting in shape, all those things. And I absolutely love it. We have an online program that I encourage women to reach out if they're not local. And I still teach in 2 gyms. I love it. I love being around the people.
Yep.
But yeah, God has really blessed me abundantly. And I just feel like I want to pass it on. And I think that's part of his promise.
Yes.
You will be pleasantly surprised. Here I am sharing with the world. And whatever you go through, any pain, any suffering, God will use it for his glory. And he promises, Romans 8:28, to work all things together for good.
For good.
So that's what I want my life to be, a testimony to God's goodness and to give women hope and families, you know. Because the woman, if we're being real, the woman sets the tone for the family, right? Yes. If mama gets healthy and fit, the family's gonna follow.
Get healthy and fit, yep, absolutely. And I love that because it's, you know, out of all of that, it's like, you know, you said you lost your hair 3 times and you had that radiation, another surgery, which kind of catapulted you into, hey, let me start looking at this health and eating healthy and taking care of the temple that God has given us. And that's one of those things. I heard somebody say this the other day. It kind of really brought it home because, you know, we hear in the scripture that our body is the temple of God.
Yes.
And it's like, but sometimes we need an analogy, you know. And I heard
I know what you're gonna say.
I heard somebody say, like, you know, in your own house, like your house, and you're sitting in your home, and, you know, would you open up the door and invite garbage into your house, something that would pollute your house or make your house not as, you know, a place of peace anymore? And it's like, no, you would shut the door. You would like, get that out of here.
Right.
And it's like, but yet we go and we put stuff in our body, our temple.
Yes.
God's temple.
Yes.
That is defiling the temple of God. And at the end of the day, it causes us not to function at our optimum level as well.
You can't do the things God's called you to do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
exactly.
And so I think when you make that transition and now you're helping people, tell us a little bit about your program. I love your program. It's called the Fitness Angel TV, and it's not just a program, but just exercise, although exercise is in there.
Yes.
But I love the fact that the ladies on your team are experts. They have from different fields that come in, give expert advice, and then you bring in some guests as well to share their testimony. So tell the viewers a little bit about that, Angel. Then we're going to get into your book, The Diagnosis to Destiny.
Thank you. And I thought you were going to say this. Your body's a temple, not a trash can.
There you go. Well, we were close
I shortened it for you. There you go. And it's so true.
Yeah.
It is so true. And that's why I do love our show, because fitness is important. You need a healthy heart. You need to build your muscle, build your bone density, all those things, especially as we age. But what you put in your mouth is going to have more effects.
Yeah.
It just does. Every cell in your body has a purpose.
Yeah.
If you think of it like that, you're made of all these cells and all these organs, and they need different foods. And if you can just stick to real, that's my number one advice, stick to real food, stay away from stuff in a box. Stop eating processed food. Even if it says organic, healthy, gluten-free, da-da-da-da-da, you need real food. They say 1 single ingredient foods, 1 ingredient, like an apple.
Okay.
Broccoli.
I was just going to say, break that down, because it's like, you know, when in today's world, society, when you hear healthy food, you think of the health stores that are very pricey.
Oh, they're still full of garbage. I was in one the other day. It was my friends who are on a health journey. We're all learning. None of us are perfect. I'm still learning. But I go into this fancy schmancy place in Franklin, which I love. And there's so many boxes of crackers and cookies that say healthy, organic, gluten-free, all that mess. Stay away from that. Make your own.
Make your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to start doing that.
And that takes a serious commitment.
It does. It takes a little extra time, but you know what the beauty is? If once you learn, you know. And you can do it every week, and it's the same. It's on automatic pilot. It's like instead of going through the drive-thru at McDonald's every day, I'm going to go home and have steak and broccoli and have a little, protein cookie,
Exactly.
Things like that. You learn a different way of living.
Yeah.
And it really is like becoming a new person.
It's a lifestyle.
You have to change your habits.
Yeah.
If you're obese and overweight, you're eating the wrong things. You're eating the wrong things, eating too much of things, and you have to change that. If you don't want to be obese and overweight, you can't do what you're doing. You have to change. You got to start exercising, start lifting the weights, walking. You don't have to run. You don't have to be stressed out. Walking will give you what you need.
Wow.
Yes, it can be simple, but you have to start somewhere. And none of us change everything overnight. Just start with a healthy breakfast, start with that. Once you get that down, okay, on repeat. And then the other things. But on our show, we do have experts.
Yes.
And we don't always agree on everything, and I love that.
Yes.
Because I was a plant-based eater for 3 years. Now I love meat. I love protein. I've totally changed.
I'm from
You
Texas,
gotta get some muscle. So
you can't take away my barbecue, girl.
There you go. You change over time. But I do have a vegan nutritionist. I have a pharmacist, and she's like me. She eats, lots of different foods, but mostly whole food diet. And then we have a nurse that joins us. So we have those experts.
Yes.
And it's so fun. We all met through fitness, so we all love fitness, but the food part and the healthy mindfulness. And I love having Carissa, our pharmacist, to talk about the medical side, because a lot of people are anti-medicine, but it's a gift from God, whatever way He chooses to heal you. And I like to say that. If you don't need it, that's the best, but when you need it, you need it. So we have these conversations. You got to know what you're taking, too. Yes. So I love that we get to have these conversations on different things like gut health, brain health, immune system, all those things. And then the experts that come on as our guests, oh my gosh, their testimonies are always mind-blowing. And you're like, how did you meet all these women?
Exactly.
And it's usually from my fitness classes. That's how we meet.
She brings amazing guests into the studio, and it's like, wow, Angel's very well connected, and so we love that when you come in, and they all come in, they're just full of energy and just so thrilled to be here. So I think
they
God
love
is
it.
really using you, Angel, in that arena. And tell us a little bit about your book, and then I'm going to have you tell the viewers where they can connect with you as well. But I love the book here, Diagnosis to Destiny.
Yes, thank you. My husband picked out that picture.
Look at there, Diagnosis to Destiny, right here.
I know. So it's actually called Praise Through the Pain, Diagnosis to Destiny.
There it is.
So
Praise Through the Pain.
Praise Through the Pain. One of the first sermons that I ever heard was about praise.
Okay.
And our pastor did a whole series on it, and how praise is a weapon. And sometimes you got to go to war, and it starts with praise. And so that's how I feel like God has gotten me through so many of life's terrible tragedies, is praising Him. Even with tears, even when I don't feel like it. Because when you're praising God, you're fighting the devil.
Yeah.
He is under your feet.
Yeah.
And there is joy that comes. Even when there's sorrow and pain, there's still an underlying joy that the world can't take. And the Diagnosis to Destiny is really about my brain tumor journey.
Okay.
And how it led me to ministry. I've always used Christian music in my classes.
Okay.
But once I went through the radiation and everything, it just became all about Jesus.
Yeah.
We are going to praise Jesus, and if the gym don't like it, well,
then we'll
sorry,
find
this
gym.
is who I am.
We'll find another gym.
That's who I am. I got to be me.
Well, He's done too much in your life
for
you not to praise Him and talk about it.
Amen to that. And, my mom named me Angel, and that means messenger.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm the fitness angel, and I want to be a messenger for fitness, for health, to honor God, to honor, our temple, our bodies. And that's just who I am.
Love it.
Thank you.
Now, Angel, where can our viewers connect with you? I know you got a lot going on. You've got, I've seen you go out and do retreats.
Yes, we're planning our next one now.
And then you've got the Facebook group.
Yes.
That you are very active on. And so tell our viewers, look in that camera, tell our viewers where they can connect with you. All the website, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, and let them know where they can get a copy of this book.
Thank you so much. I would love to get to know you. that's what this life's all about, you
Yeah.
know, not just getting to heaven, but how many can we bring and enjoy this life while we have it? So
Yeah.
connect with me. You can get my book on Amazon.
Okay.
And just look up my name, Angel Faulk, Praise Through the Pain, Diagnosis to Destiny. And then also, I love doing events. So I'm doing a lot of events here in the Murfreesboro, Nashville area. So connect
Local.
with me.
She's local.
Yes, local. And I'm on Facebook. You can look up my name, Angel Phillips Faulk. And if the friends request is full, hit the follow button. Send me a private message so I know you're there. And the group is called the Fitness Angel TV group. I'm pretty basic.
Hey, that's your
The
brand.
Fitness Angel TV group. And I would love to have you there. I go live every Friday. We do a Bible study.
Yes.
And I'm doing a read
I've
through the
jumped on
Bible.
some of those.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
I
love
just
it.
love it.
Yeah.
We're reading through the Bible on a 2-year plan. And
Okay.
so I highlight my favorite takeaways. And then everybody can share prayer requests. And if it's too personal, I always say private message me. I will pray for you. Also, I have a page called the Fitness Angel TV where I try to share more updates on our show, behind the scenes, all that. It's so fun. And then Instagram, if you're an Instagrammer, I have 2 pages. I have the Fitness Angel, which is more personal and a lot of coaching, health, wellness, nutrition. And then the Fitness Angel TV, I try to focus more on the TV show and our guests.
Yeah.
I still do it all on all the pages, so just connect.
All things fitness and health right here.
And I have a YouTube channel. I started that many years ago when Mandisa and I did an event together.
Okay.
And she just blew it up because she tweeted me out and all that. And she's really one of my main inspirations to help women lose weight because she fought and she actually died. On her death certificate, it says obesity.
Wow.
And I don't want anybody to die like that. There's no reason to leave this earth like that. And that's my heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your heart with us here and our viewers for behind the scenes. And so once again, go follow her and I guarantee you your life will be changed. And so the other day I came across a new beverage drink that I like. You know, I'm a big sweet tea drinker, and I came across one. I snapped a picture of the ingredients and texted it to you, and then she was like, "That's okay." Then I got a longer text that like, "Oh, now I've got to get this app. I got to do this."
Well, I asked.
You asked.
I said, "Do you want to know what I would do?"
Exactly. And so with that, it's like, you know, she called me out, but it's like, if I'm really serious, like you handed your physical therapist that DVD, that, hey, this is where I need to get back to.
Yes.
And I love that approach you took with me. It's like, if you're really serious, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling you, she'll shoot it straight with you, but she's going to come alongside of you and walk you through your health journey. So make sure you connect with her and also stay connected with us as well. When you see these behind the scenes out floating around on our social media, share them with people. And we look forward to being back in the studio very soon, bringing you another amazing guest for Behind the Scenes. God bless you guys. Peace out.